McNish is really closing in. There's only just over a second between the top three cars. But Marco Werner, he's got his work cut out here because clearly the Peugeot has better torque and maybe top line speed over the Audi. So Marco Werner's got to make sure he gets off turn 7 onto the back straightaway. He's going to have to make sure maintain that lead. But
brilliant driving,
yes.
Brilliant driving by Werner. I was going to say he's going to have to make sure he gets past turn 5, and McNish flashing his lights now, trying to tell the Peugeot that he's right up behind him. Trust me, Christian Klein knows you there, Al. Through turn 7, who gets the best exit onto the back straight? Easy to run wide there and put 2 wheels on the dirt. Werner just eased off in the middle of 5. And that meant that Klein had to get out of the power. They're coming onto traffic already. And here comes side by side. The Peugeot goes down the inside. Does he get it done? He does. Into the braking area. McNish drops in behind. But Christian Klein will lead at the end of 362 laps. Now he can't be allowed to get away. If Werner hasn't got the speed, he's got to pull over and let McNish go. Otherwise, this victory's going to slip away. We've seen this happen before with Audi when they've started playing among themselves, when clearly the faster car needs to be through, and McNish will not be happy with this. He's flashing his lights at Marco Werner, and Werner hasn't let him go. Up to turn number 5. There's going to be traffic shortly, and McNish wants to be there and trying to take the advantage. McNish has been the thorn in the side of Peugeot all year. He ruined their plans at Le Mans by getting among them at the first corner, ruined their plans at Silverstone, and started the rot that cost them not 1, not 2, but 3 championships through turn 7 and past the GM Chevy Corvette. And I think the leader was slowed up a little bit there.
He was a little bit, but that torque of that Peugeot engine is going to tell. Now, can McNish make a move on Werner coming down the straight? They're absolutely side by side. It's going to be Werner on the inside going down into turn 10, however.
He's lifted, I think, a little bit, Jeremy, and let McNish go through. And look how late McNish is on the brakes. He halves the distance between himself and Klein, who goes through turn 10A. Can you believe it? We've had 9 hours of racing, and the first 3 are separated by less than a second. And there's traffic, and McNish still trying to get more heat into the Michelin tyres. He goes through into turn number 1. Mika Salo still leading in GT2, by the way, by just 15.7 seconds to Jörg Bergmeister. And it's the GT2 traffic that gives McNish a chance to close in. Werner gets chopped by one of the flying lizards there, going down through the SS. McNish dives out one way, then the other, almost runs into the back of a very slow-running GT car. This is absolutely outstanding stuff on the run down to turn 6. McNish having a look down the inside. He's done him. He's done him into turn 6. What a tremendous drive, and he's going to go through. Werner's following him through.
Didn't quite make it, did he, Marco Werner? But there's a whole bunch of traffic coming onto the straight. McNish, brilliant stuff. What an opportunities move there by Alan McNish. He's got that number 1 Audi into the lead, and he's started 2 laps after everybody else. Fabulous stuff.
It's taken him 10 hours and 5 minutes since he put the car off, which was about an hour before the start. 9 hours and 5 minutes into the race, and McNish takes the lead, and very nearly Werner got through behind him. And you know what? We haven't seen a prototype pass another prototype there all day today. Other classes of cars, yes, but McNish made it stick, got a great run out of turn 5, up the inside of Christian Klein, who drops into 2nd place. But this is by no means over yet, Jeremy.
No, and interesting looking at the lap times. 1 minute 14 that was for Alan McNish. Okay, he had to get past some traffic, including the race-leading Peugeot of Christian Klein. But the previous lap, when they had a clear run, was only a 1 minute 10. So clearly the track is not as fast as it was earlier on in the day.
Yeah, all of the P2 cars behind.
McNish is making his escape, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's throwing caution to the wind.
Remember, though, what Robert Liddell was saying earlier on, and Johnny Molam, about McNish in traffic, that he doesn't mess about. He either goes for it or he doesn't. He lets people know that he's going to come by, and that stop. Again, tactics, win races. Just as much talent on the wall. Don't forget, we were talking before about getting that Audi in. He was about 10 yards away from going another lap back, wasn't he?
Yeah.
After he fueled, and they brought him in the next time round for the tyres on that car. Now, can Werner bump the Peugeot down into third position. A 1:08.8 in the dark.
Yep.
Good heavens.
It just took 3 or 4 laps to get these tyres up to operating temperature, and now they are up to optimum temperatures, and now we are really going to see a battle between these two. How fast can they go?
Well, McNish has been hauled back in a little bit. Looks like he might have had a little bit of a wobble going down through the S's. Nick Damon down in the pit lane. Christian Klein's impressed us all weekend, and he hasn't done that much night driving.
No, I think this is only the second time he's driven in the dark in a competitive situation. He did a few hours at Le Mans when he was very good. He had obviously a one spin where he unfortunately ditched it on the gravel and lost 2 laps. But apart from that, he had a pretty free copybook. But this obviously is, I would say, his first time he actually raced. Because when he was running in Le Mans, it was wet. And he's going to go. He's getting down he's got him, I think.
No, he's not. He's on the grass and he's almost lost it. Nick Damon just watching the same pictures as us. He had a look. He used that superior top speed and the slipperiness of the coupe Peugeot to good effect there. Dragged up behind Alan McNish and put his nose down the inside. McNish fairly uncompromising there.
Yeah. Didn't
give any room at all. And McNish an 11-0 there. He didn't really have much traffic to go by. McNish drifting out to the left and a huge bit, and there's some part of the Peugeot has been broken off there as well. Klein does a great job not to bin that car.